The power of silence. 10 situations where staying silent can change your life. The simplest way to transform yourself is to remain silent in situations where silence is more powerful than words. Silence is not weakness. It is strength, wisdom, and the doorway to inner peace. Hello, friends. Welcome to your very own channel. Today we are bringing you an inspiring story that will change the way you look at life. Have you ever felt that your words create unnecessary conflicts, stress, or misunderstandings? Have you ever reacted instantly, only to regret later? If yes, then this story is for you. Today we will share Lord Buddha's life-changing lesson on the power of silence. 10 situations where staying silent can bring peace, wisdom, and transformation into your life. So without further delay, let's dive into today's inspiring story. The story of Arhan, a journey towards transformation. Arhan's restless mind. Long ago, in a small village of the Magadha kingdom, there lived a young man named Arhan. He was impatient, short-tempered, and always ready for an argument. If someone criticized him, he would immediately lash out. If someone disagreed with him, he would debate endlessly. Over time, people started avoiding him. He could feel the loneliness and negativities growing inside him, but he didn't know how to change. One day, he heard that Lord Buddha was delivering a discourse in a nearby forest. Buddha's wisdom was famous for changing lives. A thought arose in Arhan's mind. Maybe I will find my answers there. So he set out to meet Buddha, the discourse that changed everything. At the gathering, a large crowd had gathered to hear Buddha's words. As Buddha spoke, his calm and compassionate voice filled the air. His words were simple, but deeply meaningful. At one point he said, "If you truly want peace and transformation in life, learn to remain silent in these 10 situations." These words struck Arhan's heart like a lightning bolt. This was exactly what he needed. After the discourse, he rushed to Buddha and bowed before him. "Lord, you mentioned 10 situations where silence is important. Please teach me. What are those moments and how can I apply them?" Buddha smiled. He knew that Arhan was eager, but needed patience. To understand these lessons, you must practice discipline and self-reflection. Are you ready? Arhan nodded, and thus, his journey towards self-discovery began. The 10 situations where silence is the best response. 1. When someone criticizes you. Buddha said, when someone criticizes you, stay silent. Instead of reacting emotionally, observe, are they right or wrong? If they are right, learn from it. If they are wrong, let their words stay with them. To explain, Buddha shared a story. Once, a man came and insulted me. I remained silent. When he was done, I asked, "If you give someone a gift and they don't accept it, whom does the gift belong to?" The man replied, "It stays with me." I smiled and said, "Exactly. I did not accept your words, so they remain yours." Arhan understood. When you don't react to negativity, it loses its power over you. 2. When someone wants to argue. Buddha then said, when someone is looking for a fight, stay silent. Arguments are not about truth, they are about ego. Silence keeps you in control. He shared a story of 2 farmers who fought over land. When Buddha asked them, "Did you bring this land with you at birth? Will you take it with you when you die?" They had no answer. They realized their argument was meaningless. Lesson. Most arguments are not worth your peace. Stay silent, stay wise. 3. When someone is angry. Anger is like fire. If you add fuel, it burns stronger. If you stay silent, it will fade away. Buddha shared a story of a minister who was sentenced to death in anger. The next day, the king regretted his decision and spared him. If the minister had reacted with anger, he would have lost his life. Lesson. Silence saves relationships, careers, and even lives. 4. When you are in deep sorrow. One day, Arhan felt intense sadness. Buddha told him, when you are sad, be silent. Let your heart listen to its own voice. In silence, you will find your way. Just like a river settles when left undisturbed, so does the mind. 5. When someone provokes you. If someone tries to provoke you, your silence is your greatest strength. A wise monk was once insulted, but he smiled and remained silent. Eventually, the insulter grew tired and walked away, defeated. Lesson: people lose power over you when you refuse to react. 6. When your advice is not needed, not everyone is ready for your wisdom. When someone doesn't ask for advice, stay silent. Unsolicited advice is often ignored or resisted. Wait for the right moment. 7. When you feel proud of your knowledge. The moment you think you know everything, you stop growing. The greatest minds remain humble. A silent mind is a learning mind. 8. When someone is not ready for the truth. Buddha said, "Truth only helps those who are ready for it." If a king is not willing to listen, even the wisest words will be wasted. Lesson: speak only when the listener is open to hearing. 9. When you cannot change a situation. If you cannot control something, don't waste your energy fighting it. A farmer complained about no rain. Buddha said, "Can you change the rain?" "No." "Then find another way." Lesson: stay silent, stay resourceful. 10. When your heart is full of gratitude. When words cannot express your gratitude, silence speaks louder. A disciple once wanted to thank his master but found no words. The master smiled and said, "Your silence is enough." Lesson: some emotions are too deep for words. Arhan's transformation. Buddha then tested Arhan by sending him to people who insulted him, provoked him, and argued with him. Each time, Arhan chose silence. And each time, the people around him changed. At the end, he returned and bowed before Buddha. "Lord, I have changed. Now I see. Silence is not just the absence of words. It is the presence of wisdom." Conclusion. Friends, this story is a reminder that silence is a superpower. Which of these lessons impacted you the most? Let us know in the comments. And if you found this story inspiring, like, share, and subscribe.